Raymond Parch III here, host of RP3 and Company on 103.7 The Game, reporting live inside Tiger Stadium. LSU comes away with a big victory. Primetime national televised game, a battle of two undefeated squads. Florida comes to town with their backup quarterback, but he performed well, but not well enough to pull off the upset as LSU beats Florida 42-28. For the Gators, Kyle Trask was 23 of 39, 310 passing yards with 3 touchdowns, but he was sacked twice. He had a very efficient game. This was back in fourth of fair. LSU would score, Florida would score, LSU would score, Florida would score. The difference, LSU would score in 32 seconds or a minute and a half. Florida, meanwhile, put together a little bit more methodical drives. But this was a close game until the second half. LSU came up with some big defensive plays despite struggling with some tackling and struggling with giving up a lot of passing yards. They pulled out the win because Derek Stingley Jr. had an interception in the end zone midway through the fourth quarter. And then LSU responded by taking that turnover and turning it into a 54-yard touchdown by Jamar Chase from Joe Burrow. And then another chance right towards the tail end of the game with a minute left. LSU came up big on a 4th and 2 play where they were able to come up with a huge stop. Give you some stats here. Joe Burrow was nearly perfect, 21 of 24 for 293 yards, 3 touchdowns, no sacks. He did have that 54-yard touchdown pass. That was his long pass of the night. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had himself a heck of a game for LSU. 13 carries, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a long at 57. And then they had a pair of wide receivers go over the 100-yard mark. Justin Jefferson, 10 catches for 123 yards and a touchdown. And Jamar Chase, 7 catches for 127 yards and 2 scores. For Florida, Kyle Trask, 310 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He was the lone star. Kyle Pitts, 5 catches for 108 yards. Once again, not a perfect game by any stretch of imagination. Coach Ed Orgeron said as much. They said it's going to be Tell the Truth Monday, and they're going to have a lot of things on tape they did not like. Defensively, he said they got pushed around. They did not do their job in the first half, but they made the adjustments in the second half, came up with those 2 big red zone stands with the interception, and then obviously the 4th down play to pull out the victory. Up next for the Tigers, next Saturday on the road in Starkville at Mississippi State. But right now, LSU 6-0, 2-0 in SEC play. I'm Raymond Parch III, live from Tiger Stadium.